Okay, hey everybody, it's Relax, and we're here for tips for rushing in mainly Battlefield because that's a harder game to rush in, and some Call of Duty tips thrown in. But I'm gonna talk about some main things to do with your actual body that are the reasons why it's kind of your reaction time can be slower. But first, I have this funny clip that I just found out, so I boosted the audio. So here you go. I'll shut up.
Cause you just be off the wall sometimes. I didn't say you don't have it. You just it's scrambled a lot. But I didn't make it scrambled, nigga. You scrambled your eggs. Eggs.
Okay, there's probably more funny shit that I didn't really hear, but I might as well just throw that in. I don't want to be cutting off my audio every couple seconds just for that guy to talk about scrambled eggs. Anyways, so I'll get started with, there's obviously, when you're rushing in a game like this, you gotta be cautious because when you rush in Battlefield, of course, you come up on the mini map and people can see where you're looking and what you're doing. So once you're in the crates, it might be better to walk. That's a pretty important tip to keep in, mind while you're doing whatever you're doing, I guess. That's an important tip to keep in mind while you're, rushing in there. I would suggest using the UMP, but
And
for
what
some
weapon
reason, not a lot of people use it.
problem?
I've
Just bottle of
pretty
water.
much got everything for it already, and I've only played with it for like a couple games. I don't know what I was doing here. I think I was just fucking around for some reason. That's a glitch that I've been coming across actually a lot in Battlefield 3 lately, where your gun doesn't appear for a bit. Anyways, the body thing I want to talk about, which is the reason you have slow reaction time, is actually you live constantly 80 milliseconds in the past. So when I saw that guy, I saw him 80 milliseconds before, which also means everything you do is delayed by 80 milliseconds. Now, don't get this discouraged because, of course, the other person is also delayed by 80 milliseconds in everything they do. So you still, it's kind of like an even playing field, but that kind of gives you more of a like idea of while you're rushing in this game, what's going on, like how to act. And think that like if you know where somebody is already, you're gonna have an 80 millisecond advantage if they don't know where you are. Let's say I'm getting shot at, I hide somewhere, move locations, pop up there, but I know they're in their same spot for some reason. I don't know how I know, but I will have an 80 millisecond advantage and I'll probably win that. Another thing is logic. Use logic when you're just even if you're sniping or if you're whatever you're doing, use logic. Logic would state if I'm trying to shoot a sniper with a UMP or with a submachine gun, I'm going to lose because obviously a sniper is going to beat a UMP from far away and I'm talking sorry, I didn't clarify I was talking about from far away. And that's a real, kind of important thing. Logic is one of the main things you can use. I mean, another thing that a lot of people do is like, let's say I'm shooting at like I have like three people in front of me, but I forgot to reload, so I only have half my mag left. So I don't know, I shoot, get one maybe, but then there's two left, and I dip behind cover, but they're gonna rush me obviously. Don't reload because that could fuck you over. Pull out your pistol and don't give up either. Like pull out your pistol. Always pull out your pistol. Like make pressing Y like just burn into your brain once you run out of ammo. I mean, even if you don't need to, just make it just in case. Just make it there and then get to a good area to hide and then reload because that could help you a lot. Because remember, if you're rushing, you want to be in their spawn. You want to be an asshole to them. You want to make sure you're maybe not spawn trapping them, but you want to make so the spawns are switching constantly, which is kind of a hard thing to do in Battlefield. But I'm pretty sure you can if your whole team pushes. But I think I was the only one really trying to push. And of course, occasionally go into your spawn just to, like I did there, to just make sure you're not going to get rushed from behind if you died. But like here, like, kind of just let my team deal with him, because I'm obviously, if he's using an assault rifle, I'm using a UMP. The chances of me being able to kill him from that length isn't gonna work. And tips. Well, I kind of gave most of my tips, but an important tip is I was joining his party. Anyways, an important tip is not to sit and join somebody's party, but you probably start hearing us talking in the background, but I'll try to lower my audio, so it should be fine. You might hear the occasional noise. But anyways, actually no, you won't, because we're in party chat. But anyways, I should have really wrote down notes. What's another thing? Timing. Timing is something you really can't like it's not up to you. It's kind of more luck, and timing are things that you wouldn't expect in a multiplayer FPS, but it's there and it's a big part of it. Because if I would have, like, let's say if I, where I stood there to turn the party, if I would have left right away, I might have got like a triple kill. But since I didn't, I might have just died. I kind of forget what happened. But anyways, I might have got a triple kill, or I might have done better, or I might have done worse. It's, it's timing and luck. If you are lucky enough to get behind them, then, there you go. You got like a multi-kill right there. But if you're slow about it, you could die. But at the same time, if you rush and you sprint, they could see you on the map. There's so many variables, and there's so many things that make a multiplayer, game hard. And that's why some people are like, oh, well, why am I so bad at this game? When like somebody like Hutch or Cnanners or Low Bacon, or I don't know, even me. I'm not that good at video games. I don't post that great at commentary, or like games generally. I don't post that good. Not to not toot my horn there, which is kind of a weird, and I don't think that even makes any sense. But it's it's kind of like, you kind of just, like, when people get frustrated in a game, it's kind of like, well, it's just a game and there's really nothing you can do. One tip I can give you that is the one thing you can deal with is aim your crosshairs higher. As you can see, I'm kind of like looking towards the ground, which I try to fix in this game, I think, because it's like, if your crosshairs are already, this guy saw me, but I saw him, but he has a shotgun, so meh. If your crosshairs are aimed higher, there's a higher chance that at least if they're aimed around the chest, there's a higher chance that your recoil is going to get the headshot for you. And I do get quite a bit of headshots in this game just because of recoil. Another, which is, important. So try, like, whenever you notice don't always, like, do it, because then it just becomes a pain in the ass. But if you ever notice you're looking down, like, look up, and I think it has something to do with the cameras actually in the character's chest. It's not at their eye level, which is, I don't know if that's the reason, but most people actually are aiming down when they're running or doing whatever, and as you can see, I'm trying to, like, look up, but I'm probably not doing that. I'm probably not doing it that well, because I'm generally, not perfect. As you can see, I'm, like, shooting at his crotch, which, if you've ever watched that South Park episode, don't do it. Just think of that South Park episode, if you've seen it, where Butters is shooting everybody in the dick that comes in. Just think of that South Park episode, and just think of Cartman yelling at you, I guess. I don't know. I don't usually do that. I just give myself a slap on the wrist and look up. But I usually forget to do it, but, comes in time, and it's not that important of a thing to remember, because, whatever, it is just a video game. But if you do want to improve your gameplay, use some of those tips. And another tip, but again, I don't have any of these written down, so I'm a fucking idiot about that. So I forgot. Because I will drag on when I'm talking like an idiot. Those are probably some of the main tips if I come up with another tip quickly because I can't remember what I'm doing. This is a long gameplay. This is like 25 minutes. It's actually kind of cool that I've been able to talk solidly for 10 minutes, which is, something that is to be foreseen, I guess, or not to be. Wait, oh fuck. That I did not foresee, I guess. I don't know. Something that you wouldn't foresee. Yeah, there I checked my score, although I don't know. I don't actually know the ending. I think either in like the 40 kills area and like the 20 death areas, like low 40s, high 20s for deaths, low 40s for kills. I'm not sure though. I would guess 43 and like 27 deaths, but that's just a guess. The gameplay, I guess I could talk about the actual what I'm using. I'm just using, well, since I am rushing, I was using the like med kit. Because if you're rushing, like in team, this is team deathmatch, obviously, but like if you're rushing, like if you get in a sticky situation, you can just throw down some health for you. You can usually get out of it pretty easily. Another thing that bothers me uh, about playing team deathmatch is I'm fine with somebody sniping or using the whatchamacallit, the assault classes. If you're sniping or using an assault, if you're good at it, I'm fine. If you're not fucking with the team, great. You're doing, like, if you're giving me ammo and if you're covering me from far, that's great, good for you. Or if you're good at sniping a battlefield for some reason, I don't know. Good for you. If we win, I usually don't care what you're doing. But kind of bothers me when somebody's using the engineer class, which you don't see too often, but when you see it, you just want to punch the guy in the face. So it's like, what are you going to repair? There's nothing here to repair. What the fuck are you going to repair, you asshole? Like, I think the best thing for people to use is the med kit, because you still have a chance to revive somebody. It's not a very, like, large... You don't have a huge opening like you do in, like, Rush or something, but there is the opening to take that kill away from somebody, which you should at least try. I mean, I usually try. You see me pulling out the paddles occasionally. I don't always do it, so sometimes I just don't care, which isn't, like, don't think that's, like, a terrible thing. Like, it's, whatever. And that's a good example of never giving up. Like, I kill one guy, I see two coming at me, I go for the... It was dumb that I went for the guy that wasn't actually rushing at me. I should have done the guy that was rushing at me, which falls again into the logic category. Logic would state the guy that's actually threatening you, it should be, like, your high priority. For some reason, I like to go for the guy that's not threatening me just because that's an easier kill, but I won't live. Like, I guess if you went for the guy that wasn't threatening you, or I mean, you went for the guy that was threatening you, my bad, you would probably make the other guy come for you too, and you could in turn die again, but I guess it gives you a better chance of survival, per se, I guess. Which is a lot better than just being like, oh, fuck it, like, put this gun to my head, I'm done. I ran out of ammo for my primary, because I'm fucked. I can't kill somebody with a pistol. Which is, that bothers me about people. Oh, right. Last tip. Practice your accuracy and your aiming, which is something that falls into, like, putting your crosshairs higher up. Or higher. I don't know why I said that word. I, like, put a lot of preference of fists, or... I said the H, like, really, like, higher. Instead of, like, higher. Anyways, put, like, practice your aiming, because if you're spraying everywhere, like you'll see me do occasionally in this game, well, actually, probably not occasionally. Sorry. Probably not occasionally, probably a lot. Then you're not really, then you're probably not aiming that well, which I'm not that great at aiming, and something I need to practice, like, there, like, I'm lucky. I'm lucky I got that kill. Another thing that's actually really important to keep and remember, if you're watching this because you're generally just not having fun in Battlefield in the first place or Call of Duty, don't play Battlefield or Call of Duty. Like if you just want to play the campaign, that's great. But if you're not having fun in the multiplayer, like say if you're better in Call of Duty than you are in Battlefield, why are you playing Battlefield if you're not having fun playing with it? Like because you just want to be good at it. Video games aren't being about good. It's not about building a career. It's about having fun. They're made to have fun. So if you're not having fun playing Battlefield, don't play Battlefield. Which is just I feel like that's an important part of like some people don't understand that. If you're not having fun playing a game, don't fucking play it. No matter what your friends say. Like let's say you if you like Halo, you want to play some Halo Reach, but all your friends are like, nah, fucking Halo Reach is gay, or like Halo's gay. Play Call of Duty, but you fucking suck at Halo. I mean, Call of Duty or like Battlefield 3. But your friends make fun of you because you play like Halo or something, I don't know, or like they just don't like playing it. It's fine, I guess, to play like Call of Duty with them, just because like it'd be more fun. It'd probably be more fun to play with your friends than by yourself. But when you're by yourself, don't be like, oh, my friends say Halo's gay, so I gotta go get better at Call of Duty because they don't like Halo. Don't do that. That's just fucking dumb. Play Halo as much as you fucking want. It's your game. It's your fucking life. Don't let your friends like do shit like that. That's an important thing too. Like just having fun playing the video game, which is something that a lot of people don't really focus on when they're playing a video game, which is unfortunate to say the least. But yeah, that's pretty much my wisdom I have to share with you. And don't do dumb shit like that where you just pull out your pistol like a fucking idiot just for fun. Because swapping weapons can really fuck you over. Like, I probably would have killed that guy if I didn't do that. I think I died to him like another 3 times. Just embarrassing. Sorry if this commentary is kind of lackluster. I'm kind of tired right now. Not really that. I just got my hair cut and I'm not really that into it right now. But I know I have to do that to. I can't believe I died there. Aiming, kids. You gotta practice your aiming. But I'm not really that into my haircut that I just got. Mainly just because it's like all even right now and it kind of looks kind of weird to say the least, which I'm not too happy about. But what are you gonna do? You can't always, I gotta let the hair grow out a little bit before it's gonna look exactly how I want. So there's really not much I can do right now, at least. I just gotta let it grow, and I mean, once I shower and everything, and there's like the place I go to, they put like gel and shit in your hair, so once I shower and everything, it should look completely fine, which is, what we want. So there's probably, I don't know how much longer there is in this game, probably not too much longer. Again, which is probably what you want, because I don't got a whole lot more to say. I mean, those are my main tips. I mean, I wish the gameplay was a little bit shorter because I don't have a whole lot to say now. So I'm just going to talk about my regular life. School's starting pretty soon for me, so I don't know. I was gonna do Let's Play Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet, but I'm just gonna play through it by myself. First I was gonna do Just Cause 2, then I was like, actually, I've never actually played through this full game, let's play through it by myself first, and then I was gonna do Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet, and I'm like, actually, this is a really good game, let's play through it by myself, so, yeah. So maybe eventually, I mean, if it's something that's really requested, I will definitely, jump on that. But right now, I don't really feel like it, and because of school, it's just easier to kind of do these helpful tips. So I think my next tip will be on sniping. If I'm not that good at sniping, but I like sniping just because it's so satisfying getting a good game of sniper in Battlefield 3. just because it's so hard to do. That's funny. This guy like shot at me for like 50 fucking times, barely even damaged me. I still beat him. Something that's important with this game is watching the sky, which is something a lot of people don't do. But as you can see, I saw that guy land over here, so I kind of started, heading over here because I saw the guy come from the air in his parachute. So I decided to, kind of walk over, but I went to get this guy, and I assumed he was dead at that point. But if you do see somebody landing and you assume they didn't see you, you might as well rush to them, because if they didn't see you, then good chance that you're gonna kill them. And that was probably a good point of the 80 millisecond thing. I knew where he was, but he didn't know when I was gonna pop up per se, so I obviously would surprise him if I knew where he was, and I would win. So keep that in mind. If you know where they are and you know, like, you're giving your best judgment that they're still up and looking for you, then just pop up and start shooting in that area. Don't wait. Like, start shooting as soon as you pop up. It will give them a little bit more time to figure out where you are, but just do it. Like, you might just have to correct your aiming, and if your aiming's good enough, then you will save, you'll save your life pretty much and get the kill, which is what you want. This is one of my personal favorite maps to rush on, because there is another map with, like, cartons, big, like, boxes and shit. I don't know what that one is. I think it's like the canals or something. I don't like that one at all, which is weird because it's pretty much the same thing. But I like this building because it's good cover, and you can kind of, like, run around the, like, side and duck in and out in this map. But the other map, it seems like I can only do good with UMP if I, like, run around the side continuously. I never come into the middle. So my tip for that other map, I mean, for this map, I would definitely suggest running around and dipping in and out at least. But the other map that's like this, I think it's called the Canal. I'm not exactly sure though, but I could probably, I'm not sure. I won't even correct it. Fuck it. I don't even care. If you play Battlefield 3, you know the one I'm talking about, the smaller one. That one I would suggest running around it, which is a pretty good tip for most games for rushing, just running around the circle, like circling the map. Which is probably one of the things. My teammate pretty much saved my life there, but I still got him at the Avenger for that. And then I got shot from my ass, which is a point to keep moving, which I always forget, which is another tip, actually. Keep moving. Never stop for shit. I mean, like, even when you see me throw down health, I don't even wait till my health is 100. I just go, because if you sit, you're going to die. Because remember, they can still watch you. Like, that guy probably watched me sit here. They'll still watch you. So remember, once you think you can survive with, like, let's say 80 or 70 health, however much, around that area, just move, because when you kill somebody, they get to watch you for a bit. So in case they're camping, they know that you're there being a little shitbag. I hate campers in this game. I fucking hate them, because there's a, like, impossible chance when you're camping that you're gonna do good, because people will just come for you as soon as you kill them. And that's what I do. I make it my mission to fuck them over, because I fucking hate them, like, with such a passion that it's, like, surprising to some people, which is kind of weird, because it shouldn't be surprising to people, because I hope everybody has that same feeling, passion towards campers. In fact, the next game that I played, there was a guy on the other team who was camping, and he was on my team this game, which is, I don't know, a little tidbit of information there. But I'm going to leave you with a kind of confuzzling question that, like, you can only answer through your own, like, beliefs. Is if me and you, all of our atoms got switched, like, a scientist was taking some of my atoms, putting in you, and then taking those atoms from you and putting them in me, at what point do I become you and do you become me, or does that even happen? Are we still the same people? Another question like that is if I get struck by lightning in a swamp and I become ash, like I'm completely gone. If lightning strikes in the same swamp and all my atoms reform and remake me again, is that really me? Which is an interesting question. Or here's an even worse one. I'll just save it for the next video because I don't think there's enough time. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and I just like all my awards and ribbons and shit scroll by just because I like watching it, I guess. Because it was cool to watch, I guess, and my proficiency ribbon and everything. So yeah, until next time.